The Beyonce blind items from the last 10 years. Let's get into it. In January of 2013, and this one is one to kick it off with. We aren't easily surprised, but this one definitely shocked us. These two celebrity couples have been known to hang out together. The wives are especially close friends. The first wife is a beautiful award-winning actress who has also done some singing in TV and films. The second wife is a beautiful award-winning singer who also has done some acting on TV and in films. Both women's husbands are also famous and very successful in the entertainment industry. Well, two of these people are even closer than we thought. It turns out the actress has hooked up several times with the singer's husband in the past few years. This surprised us for several reasons. First, because the two women are practically best friends and their relationship would end if the singer ever found out. Second, because all of these people travel and are photographed so much that it would take some crazy planning to have an affair without anybody noticing. And third, because the actress had a history of dating very attractive guys when she was a single lady, and the singer's husband doesn't exactly fall into that category. And this is allegedly, obviously, Beyonce and Jay-Z, but Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin. This former A-list female tweener thinks 2013 will finally be her year. After years of being passed around by a bunch of guys, she has finally found someone to stick to. He is an A++ list celebrity and pays her well, and she can stay with him until his A++ list celebrity wife gets tired of seeing her around too much and tells her husband to find someone new. And this is allegedly Adrienne Bailon. This one's from Grammy Week. If you were this A+ list celebrity and sometime actress, which decision would you make? You have to go to the party. You can either choose to pick the side of the room that the A-list celebrity your husband used to sleep with, or the former B-list celebrity that your husband sleeps with currently in a rotation with one other person. Our A+ lister chose to walk through the entire room quickly and hung out with people who probably have not slept with her husband. And the A-list celebrity that her husband slept with is Rihanna, and the current celebrity is Adrienne Bailon. This one's from April of 2013. This A+ list celebrity, who really could not have enough pluses after his name to show how plus he is, has had a steady stream of female visitors since his celebrity wife has been busy with her latest project, which was Lemonade. He loves this time and says he has learned to enjoy it. One of his visitors is a B-list celebrity who seems to be seeing him much more frequently than in the past. And this is again, allegedly, Adrienne Bailon. We are in April of 2013. This set of two married couples is A-list, and they always used to do everything together. It was always a strange pairing of couples, but it seemed to work for them. Over the last year, though, there have been two occasions, and on both, the wife of the lesser-known celebrity male was not there. Reason? She told her husband that she has a thing for the more well-known celebrity male. There have been even more rumors that the pair hooked up. And that is allegedly Gwyneth Paltrow hooking up with Jay-Z. In June of 2013, this A+ list celebrity couple had a huge knockdown, drag-out fight at their hotel after the husband turned up many hours later than he was supposed to. It got so bad that his security team got into a fight with her security team. The show did go off without a hitch, though, and that was allegedly at the Sound of Change concert. In July of 2013, while we talk a lot about this female half of the music superstar couple, today we're going to focus on the husband. Yes, he is as big of a celebrity as the wife. He has been humping behind the wife's back for years. While there has been an assortment of women, only one has been a steady hump mate. She is a fashion stylist who hubby rewarded with her own reality show. The stylist is madly in love with hubby. We don't know whether those feelings are reciprocated, but we do know that the wife knows all about the relationship. Will the couple divorce? No way. Their marriage is far too profitable to split up over a little thing like chronic infidelity. And this was allegedly the fashion stylist June Ambrose, and her show was called Styled by June. From August of 2013, this A++ list diva and A+ list singer/celebrity was at dinner this week. She ordered dessert and was informed that another woman had ordered the last of the dessert right before her, and sorry, but would she like anything else? She called over to the manager and told him that if he ever wanted the business of our diva again, he would tell the first woman who ordered that she was out of luck. The manager refused, and our diva got up and walked out and said no one from her family would ever patronize the place again. 2 days later, her A+ list celebrity husband showed up and dropped $50,000 at the place while snuggling someone who was most definitely not his wife. From February of 2014, I don't care who you are, this A+ list singer/celebrity, it must be tough to sit in the same room at a party as your significant other and his mistress when you know that if you leave before your guy, they will hook up and that she is there in case you do leave early. Still in 2014, which hip-hop power couple's lid of privacy may be blown wide open by the ex-husband of one of the guy's mistresses? He's already sold quite a few stories to the tabloids. And that's Rachel Roy's ex-husband, Damon Dash. In September of 2014, which A++ list music power couple had the cash cow of that TV family who just won't go away frisked off by security when she tried to enter their private after party following the VMAs? And that's allegedly Kim Kardashian. What A++ list rapper and mogul is actually 3 years older than he says he is? His birth year magically changed when he started seeing his wife, who is also 3 years older than she says she is. From December of 2014, what A++ list music couple had to leave the A++ list songstresses party early a few nights ago because the hubby was annoyed that he and his wife were the only black people there? And that is allegedly Taylor Swift's birthday party. This A+ singer is about to be really embarrassed. Her husband, an A+ list rapper, is talked about in some emails which detail a threesome where he was involved and his wife was not with him. The descriptions are pretty graphic. From January of 2015, what A- list reality star's pursuit of being friends with the A++ list couple is becoming one step away from stalker behavior. After couple number one had dinner at a restaurant, the reality star and her significant other had dinner at the same restaurant at the same couple number one sat at. Then she and her PR people made it look like the couple had dinner together, which they didn't. Let's just say her hubby wasn't happy with the whole ordeal. Pathetic. And that is allegedly Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. From the Academy Awards, what C- list sibling of that A++ list singer bombarded her sister's husband with threatening text messages while at another after party? If the husband hasn't gotten a restraining order, he should seriously consider it. And that is Beyonce's sister, Solange. When unphotoshopped images of this celebrity hit the media, you have to wonder who released them and why. Well, in the case of this famous singer, the images were leaked by two people. The first is someone who used to be close to the singer but is not anymore, and the other one is the singer's enemy. The two of them have been quietly hanging out together lately and talking about how they have a lot in common because they were both screwed over by the singer and her husband at some point. Chipping away at the singer's thin veneer of perfection by leaking those photos gave them a great deal of satisfaction, and they did a good job in covering their tracks that someone completely unrelated will be blamed for the leak. We are in April of 2015. What permanent A++ list songstress left the Grammys alone and in a rage after she saw one of her hubby's mistresses trying to talk to her child backstage? And this is allegedly Rihanna trying to talk to Blue Ivy at the Grammys. This married celebrity couple recently celebrated a wedding anniversary. They put out a public message about how happy they are together. That's odd considering less than 6 months ago she was threatening to divorce him because she caught him cheating on her again. He was cheating on her with an actress. As usual, after several screaming matches, he apologized and said it would never happen again. We don't think he is very good at keeping his promises, though. By our count, he has had 3 mistresses during their marriage, and those are just the ones we know about. Maybe they both just love the drama? In May of 2015, this former member of an A-plus list singing group who was really bitter at being fired is getting back at the A-plus lister who was the leader. She is writing a book discussing not only the virginity claims of the singer, but also talks about multiple implant surgeries and nose job procedures and a bunch of other things that the A-plus lister would not want discussed in public. And that is allegedly former Destiny's Child member Farrah Franklin. Fashion's biggest night, the Met Gala, went down last night, but there was one particular American designer that you may have missed dazzling us on the red carpet. Scandal broke out at last year's gala when a certain, quote, royal family was caught on tape in the fight of the century. Rumors were buzzing as to exactly what happened. It was alleged that the infidelity was the root, with the involvement of a certain designer and the king of the royal family. Well, the queen was playing no games this year. Not only did she slay the red carpet, but she also allegedly had the fashion designer banned from the event. To make things worse, the king has a history with the designer's ex-husband, so we can understand why the queen did what she did. But with this designer's messy nature and her current ongoing custody battle with her ex-husband being blasted all over social media, we can see why no one wants her around. And the king and queen are obviously Jay-Z and Beyonce, and the banned fashion designer was Rachel Roy, with her ex-husband being Damon Dash. I'm not sure anyone ever figured them for a couple or would, but they did hook up once. This foreign-born former A-plus list movie actor who is still a pain in the butt A-lister, and this A-plus list singer/diva who sometimes does a group thing. After a show several years ago, she was married, he was in between marriages. And this is allegedly Beyonce and Ryan Reynolds. We are in September of 2015. Did you know there is another A-plus list singer out there just like Britney Spears? The only thing that managed to keep this other A-plus list singer out of the headlines is that she is watched 24/7, much like Britney is now. Our singer was headed down a road of hair shaving and pink wig wearing, but then got involved with a celebrity who saw their potential as a power couple. He loved the idea of creating a brand with her, while at the same time being able to do whatever he wanted with whoever he wanted, and she would never say or do anything. It is just not in her nature. Apparently, she is almost dead behind the eyes and is happy just taking photos of herself and traveling the world. She would rather stay home than have to get dressed to the level of what is expected. She would rather just watch television or talk to her friends. Her guy loves it. He goes out all the time alone and is never asked about his life by her. Others close to her call him out, but not her. And again, this is allegedly Beyonce and Jay-Z. In October of 2015, this permanent A-list singer from a singing family was put in the middle this week. She had to tell this A-list mostly movie actress not to come to a show because the A-plus list singer would be there, who was not on good terms with the actress after years of being friends. And this is allegedly Janet Jackson having to tell Gwyneth Paltrow she was not allowed to come to a show. In November of 2015, at the advice of her team, including her A-plus list husband, this A-plus list singer decided not to speak out in favor of equality for LGBT people in her hometown. In January of 2016, the entertainer has been sneaking around all cagey about whether she is hiding something under her big clothes. Do you realize that she plays this same card every year? In fact, last year she did it twice. Well, yesterday we were told exactly how long the tease is going to last this time. Not 40 days, only half that time, 20 days. Then she will show you what's going on under there. In the meantime, it's going to be 20 days of daily photos and speculation leading up to the big reveal. No, it doesn't matter what else is going on that day. She wants all of the focus on her and all of the conversation about her. And yes, she is rehearsing the big reveal. Nothing spontaneous about her and her relentless PR machine. In February of 2016, for her new music video, this A-plus list singer decided to just steal a bunch of footage and let the owners of the footage try and beat her in court. Even though it was stolen, she doesn't care. She thinks they will give up when they think about taking her and her money on in court. And that is allegedly the Formation music video. We are in March of 2016. The mistresses of this A-plus list rapper slash mogul are dropping like flies. The latest one to lash out is this A-plus list singer who is in a war with her boss slash former lover over her music and her substance use and her commitment to working. He better not push her too hard because she has enough money to live a very long time and she knows some of the very big secrets, the ones the wife doesn't know. And that's allegedly Rihanna. It is about time she got back at her husband. This A-plus list singer is hooking up with her bodyguard. Apparently, the husband is afraid of the guy, which probably helps. In April of 2016, there is always an understood rule in the marriage of this A-plus list singer slash mogul and her A-plus list rapper slash mogul husband. When he is going to hook up with a woman, he goes to a house that's not currently in use by his wife. Lately, though, she keeps showing up during the middle of the night at these houses while he is entertaining. She wants to see his new main side pieces. In the past, this A-plus list singer has ignored anything to do with LGBT issues. She just likes to bury her head in the sand. There is talk that she is going to do that again and not answer any questions or make any comments about her decision to play shows in areas where there are currently LGBT laws coming under fire. Money is her number one motivator. She believes staying away from anything that puts her in the headlines is the best way to achieve that money. This A-plus list singer has fired 2 directors in charge of her live concert footage. Each one dared to show up on the big screen angles our A-plus lister found unflattering. She didn't give either one of them a second chance. This A-plus list singer has no problems with the fact that people earn slave wages making her clothes. It is all about the money, always has been and always will be. She has zero interest in social activism. In June of 2016, this A-plus list couple knows how to play up the media. Want to dispel those marriage trouble rumors? Show up to a nationally televised event and stay cuddled up. It is what happens after the event is over that really matters, though. Separate ways. In July of 2016, this A-plus list singer with the A-plus list husband said she wouldn't perform at an upcoming television show if the other A-plus list singer was present. No problem. The network didn't want the headache anyway. And that was allegedly Taylor Swift. We are in July of 2016. Tired of getting slammed for her own ticket sales, this married A-plus list singer had her PR people leak a story to tabloids about her rival A-plus list singer and her lack of ticket sales. And this is allegedly Rihanna. Here's one from the Video Music Awards. This A-plus list singer wanted no part of this foreign-born A-list singer slash award winner and had her seated as far away as MTV was willing. The husband of the A-plus list singer was not happy when he heard the news. And this is also allegedly Rihanna. In August of 2016, no amount of cameras were going to make this A-plus list singer and her A-plus list mogul husband interact with each other after the week they just had. Apparently, one of the women he sleeps with on a regular basis severely injured herself in a fall at his house. And that is the 2 of them at the Coldplay concert in the Hamptons. What do you do if you are a ghostwriter for this A-plus list singer? You keep your mouth quiet about it. They didn't, and now they won't get any work songwriting for anyone any longer. And that is probably Diana Gordon. In October of 2016, this A-plus list singer is getting paid $2 million for a 30-minute concert. One catch: the dictator she is performing for either has to come to the US or meet in a country other than his own. She doesn't want anyone to know. This A-plus list rapper slash mogul does his best to avoid this rapper on his label who owes him a ton of money. The rapper, though, is always calling and texting and trying to meet up for dinners and photos so it looks like the 2 are friends. They aren't. The A-plus list singer wife of the mogul dislikes the rapper and his wife even more than the mogul. And that is allegedly Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. In December of 2016, if this now secluded A-list reality star ever wants to be friends with the couple her husband owes millions of dollars to, that time has now passed. Our reality star has come down on the side of the worst enemy of this A-plus list singer who also slept with the husband of the A-plus lister. And that is allegedly Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and the worst enemy is Rachel Roy. And they are referring to Kim Kardashian as the secluded A-list reality star because this is just after she was robbed in Paris. Forcing her to have her PR people put out a statement has just made things worse between the two A-plus list singers. It has not been this bad between them since back in the day when one of the singers was still hooking up with the husband of the other. And that is allegedly Rihanna. In December of 2016, apparently no amount of time is going to help the relationship between this foreign-born A-plus list singer and this stateside-born A-plus list singer. They just don't like each other at all, and this week there was some serious trolling done by the foreign-born singer of the other singer. And again, this is allegedly Rihanna. In February of 2017, Beyonce is forging full steam ahead with plans to play Coachella, even with her 2 buns in the oven. Sources involved in pulling off Coachella tell us that Bey has no intention of canceling and has already booked 2 other big artists to join her on stage. She's made housing arrangements out in the desert for her guest stars, and we're told that both knew well in advance that Beyonce is preggo. One of the performers is from the Roc Nation roster, and the other is from a different label but still close to Bey. Our sources say that guests have blocked off their schedules for the gig, and there is no going back now. It's still unclear how she'll handle the performance since she'll be in her 3rd trimester by April. The Beehive may not love it, but there's always the seated option. And these 2 artists were Shakira and Lady Gaga, and this obviously ended up not happening because she postponed her Coachella performance to the following year and had her twins in June of 2017. In April of 2017, this A-list musician is planning on dropping her next album completely out of the blue, a source tells us. It won't be announced, it won't be promoted, it'll just be dropped out of the blue. I guess this is the new thing. In May of 2017, this permanent A-list singer from a group and also solo made it clear that she would not attend an event if any member of this reality family would also be there. The matriarch was there and our singer was ticked. I mean, really ticked. There won't be a big check this year from her or her husband. And that is allegedly the Jenners and Kardashians at the Wearable Art Gala. In June of 2017, this is getting creepy. It is stalkerish. There was a fake editing to make it look like you attended something you didn't, and now you want to use the same surrogate that they used for their first baby for your next child. And that is allegedly Kim Kardashian. In June of 2017, just before she gave birth to the twins, it is quite the production to get all of the various players in the A-plus list baby drama from the corners of the globe to a hospital room in LA to make everything look perfect. In September of 2017, she went, but this A-plus list singer was not happy about going, and it was all fake smiles all night long, especially when she had to hug it out with this foreign-born A-list singer. And that is allegedly Rihanna. We are in November of 2017. This permanent A-list rapper knows that there are multiple women who are about to expose him for the hundreds of times he has cheated on his wife, so is hoping his admission of a few women will cover the hundreds. Nice try. At that big wedding this week, this permanent A-list singer, who is permanently A-plus list in the minds of many, had requested to be seated as far away as possible from that reality star momager she can't stand. And that is allegedly Kris Jenner at Serena Williams' wedding. In January of 2018, this A-plus list couple are using one of their children to launder and hide money with all kinds of companies and accounts created in her name. And that is allegedly Blue Ivy. Here's a blind item from the Grammy Awards. This permanent A-list singer said, "Don't talk to me for the rest of the night. You are awful. Now hold my hand and smile." Apparently, the argument that preceded it with her A-plus list husband is the reason they were both late to the show. In March of 2018, this foreign-born former A-minus list rapper, who has some serious nominations and wins to her credit, is trying to make a comeback after a very quiet few years. Knowing her, she will make a big splash, and I think she is going to spill a lot about an affair she had with this permanent A-plus list rapper because she hates him and his wife. And that is allegedly MIA. You know who is good at keeping secrets? Well, actually, I think we already knew this permanent A-list singer is good at keeping secrets. She is so good at it, though, that I don't think any of us suspected that she is a closet pothead. Yep, our married singer is right up there with Snoop when it comes to her love of herb, but she has never uttered a peep or been caught until now. In the past, I wrote about this permanent A-list couple and the surrogate factory they own. Despite the millions they have made from show business, they make much more owning this factory. Now they have a new business. Women who don't want to carry babies but still want to make money sell their uterus. The clients so far are very wealthy Europeans and Russians who are either too old to have babies or some other fertility problem. Our permanent A-list couples charge 10 times what they do for a surrogacy. However, the donor rarely makes more than $500 to $1,000 for the surgery, and there is no follow-up care after they are discharged from the hospital. And this is alleging to their surrogacy farm in India. In March of 2018 at the Oscars, one of the biggest parties by fame anyway was also one of the smallest in numbers. Our favorite foreign-born B-plus list singer and actress thought she would have no problems getting in. She was wrong. The singer and actress was denied at the door and told it was courtesy of this permanent A-list singer who was kind of hosting it with her husband. And this was allegedly Rita Ora. This permanent A-list rapper and his equally accomplished wife will be throwing an Oscar bash. If they threw it last year, it certainly would have included this disgraced producer as a distinguished guest or even guest of honor. People seem to forget that the rapper and the producer had a production deal together, and that the rapper often supplied the producer with women, some of whom the rapper had been with in the past. And this is allegedly Harvey Weinstein. In April of 2018, the guy just got done talking about how he and his A-plus list wife are working through things that happened in the past, yet he hooked up with someone after a recent birthday party. And this is allegedly Jay-Z hooking up with someone else after Blue Ivy's birthday party. In May of 2018, this permanent A-plus list rapper and this permanent A-plus list singer have largely remained silent about this former A-plus list rapper. That does not hold true for a sibling of the singer who thinks that the former A-plus list rapper is trying to sabotage his career to get out of paying debts to the previously mentioned couple. The sibling has been talking smack to anyone about what she thinks. And this is allegedly Kanye West and Solange Knowles. This permanent A-plus list singer is footing the legal bill so far for this recently disgraced record producer. And that was when Beyonce's producer Detail was accused of graping someone and the attempted grape of Jessie Reyez. In July of 2018, I have written before about this permanent A-list couple and their uterus factory. Apparently, in the last week, they cut some type of deal while overseas that gives them a license to continue doing this without fear of any prosecution. In October of 2018, this back-in-the-day A- list singer probably would have made it to A+ list, but she chose to get into a huge feud with this A+ list celebrity couple who made it their mission to make sure the singer had her singing career stall where it was. Our singer can't even get a club to sell out any longer. She should have probably stuck to her ghostwriting career, which was pretty solid. And this is allegedly Carrie Hilson. This one is from December of 2018, and it is wild. It is called the SEX tape. Would it be the highest selling SEX tape of all time? I would say yes. It would definitely be worth tens of millions of dollars. Back when it was shot, it would have been worth just a fraction of that. Now, though, it would be the talk of the world. Shortly after the release of her second record as a part of a group, this permanent A-list singer was head over heels in love with the guy that took her virginity. Oh, sure, there are legends and mythology about all of that, but it was just a guy she was crazy about and would do anything for. This was a time when there were cell phones, but they weren't recording an sex session. There was nothing hidden or discreet about this recording. There was no motive to sell it. It was just two people experimenting. About 6 months after that, the couple split because of her busy schedule and the fact that the team thought she could do better and wanted to create this legend. They did so, and over the next few years, there was a solo record and even an appearance in a movie franchise. So about 5 or 6 years after it was originally shot, the boyfriend who made the sex tape with our singer came looking to make a deal so he could sell the tape. Well, that would have brought down the whole empire just as it was beginning, so a deal was struck. A deal which sounds lavish, but looking at it from the perspective of today, it's pretty small. He was paid $250,000 a year for 10 years. He surrendered the tape and signed an NDA, and her people kept their side of the bargain. What they didn't count on was the same guy dating the younger sister of this permanent A-list singer. They also didn't count on his ability to talk her into making an sex tape. The next thing they knew, he was knocking on their door and wanting to talk a deal for that recording too. A lot less. He would be paid a flat $250,000 one-time payment. If he had treated both as an investment, they would be worth 10 times what he got paid, and it has not been that long since he turned over the rights. I do wonder if they exist. The person who would know is the manager at the time, who was fired by the permanent A-lister and had money troubles in the past. Would he ever sell it? I doubt it, but you never know exactly what he would do. He is not exactly pious. And the former manager was her father, Matthew Knowles, and they are talking about her sister, Solange Knowles, and the guy was a guy named Lindell Locke. We are in December of 2018. With a new law passed, this A-plus list couple decided to pay a visit to the country to see if there is anything they can do to save their surrogate farm from being closed. And that is allegedly about Beyonce and Jay-Z's surrogate farm in India. That concert event that started out here a few years ago that is basically just a money laundering vehicle has now managed to add another location with the help of the main beneficiaries to the laundering, which is the permanent A+/A-list couple. And that was the 2018 Global Citizen Festival, Mandela 100 in South Africa. In 2019, this one is from the Oscars, this permanent A+ list singer solo and in a group was assured multiple times by her permanent A+ list husband that the foreign-born permanent A+ list singer would not be invited to a party last night. She was, though, and showed up. And that is allegedly Rihanna. In March of 2019, at least the permanent A+ list rapper waited until the permanent A+ list wife left for the evening before he hooked up with a celebrity offspring. And that is allegedly Jay-Z hooking up with Steve Harvey's daughter. In July of 2019, this one-name permanent A+ list singer thought she didn't have to play by the current rules in place, so she blew off the players. Now she has her worst performing song release ever. And that is allegedly about her song Spirit. This one-named permanent A-list singer thinks she can find someone to replace the person who has worked with her for decades. Nope, that person got her the songs and the music that made her the singer she is today. And that is allegedly Beyonce's music advisor, Teresa LaBarbera Whites. From July of 2019, the permanent A+ list singer wanted nothing to do with the illiterate former actress. The singer put her in the same category that she does the reality family, forced to take pictures but never going to be friends. And that is allegedly about Meghan Markle. This permanent A-list singer agreed to record several originals as well as classics for this live-action reboot. In return, she got first say in who was cast in the lead role. And that was Beyonce for The Lion King, and apparently she was responsible for Donald Glover being the lead in the movie. We are in August of 2019. I love how people are trying to shame this permanent A-list rapper. The rapper and his A-list wife have a long history of not giving a hoot about anything other than how big the check is. Time and time again, people have tried to call them out for things that they have done or money they have taken, and they just don't care. Nothing is going to make them start now. This one named permanent A-lister knows that if she were planted in one place with a firm schedule, that it would just allow her permanent A-list significant other a better chance of cheating on her. And this is allegedly when Beyonce was considering a Las Vegas residency. In January of 2020, under relentless pressure from the momager's office, the office of this one named permanent A-list singer gave in and sent the A-list reality star a box she could open. And that is allegedly Beyonce sending Kim Kardashian an Ivy Park press box. In January of 2020, considering he slept with someone other than his wife at the party last year, and that the foreign-born permanent A-list singer was also in attendance, it shouldn't surprise anyone that the one named permanent A-list singer just did a quick meet and greet and was gone from the husband's annual shindig. And that is allegedly Beyonce making a quick appearance at the Rock Nation brunch. In February of 2020, organizers of a huge event that took place yesterday are upset that the permanent A-plus list singer made the event about her and not the person being honored. The singer had demands not only from the press, but also for herself that were very excessive. And that is allegedly Beyonce performing at the Kobe Bryant Memorial. In May of 2020, the crazy thing about this investigation is that the permanent A-list rapper hired a few people overseas to do some illegal purchasing of streams of a rival. That way, if the family member lost the sales battle, they would be ready to be declared the winner once the anonymous tipster said that there was illegal purchasing occurring. At this point, the streaming charts are rigged all the time. In June of 2020, when you are afraid to cook the books because you know people are watching, you get the true story of where a single lands, even for this permanent A-list singer in a group and solo. The thing is, the permanent A-list singer won't even use the trademark she won. She just wanted to destroy the life of someone and make sure that they couldn't use the trademark that they had been using for years. And that is allegedly Beyonce in the battle against the Blue Ivy Carter trademark. In July of 2020, this former 1/5 turned 1/4 needs to make a staffing change. This permanent A-list singer pays the staffer to screw with the 1/4 solo career. And that is allegedly Beyonce paying a staffer to screw with Normani from Fifth Harmony's career because she allegedly hooked up with Jay-Z. After being blacklisted for a decade for not wanting to ghostwrite for this one named permanent A-list singer in a group and solo, the singer and songwriter professed her love for the one named singer and was given work the next day. And that is allegedly Carrie Hilson. In August of 2020, I kept waiting this week when the permanent A-plus list NBA player was in the news again for someone to mention that he had had intimate relations with the one named permanent A-plus list singer. She had all of that scrubbed from the internet so that she can keep the perception out there that she has only ever been with her husband. And this is allegedly Beyonce sleeping with Kobe Bryant. From February of 2021, this one's called Recovery. The singer-actress started her career when she was barely a teen. She has seen it all and all of you know her. This blind is not only about those early years, although those are definitely blind-worthy. This is about her very long-term relationship with a permanent A-plus lister that every single one of you knows. Throughout much of their relationship, the A-plus lister has been married. Our singer and actress has been involved in other relationships too, but has pretty much always stayed available for the A-plus lister in case he ever wanted to be with her or left his wife. She wanted to be ready to jump. She was obsessed with him and spent a lot of time looking into his marriage and seeing if there were levers to pry to make it split. She was warned off by the wife several times. Our singer and actress wasn't going anywhere. This affair spanned a little over a decade. There came a time when our singer and actress was actively trying to destroy the marriage of the A-plus lister, and it got to be too much for everyone. Our singer and actress started using substances. The A-plus lister broke it off with her, and our singer and actress tried to harm herself and nearly succeeded. Over the past few years, she has struggled with sobriety, and working on it has been a hit and miss. She gave a long time to the A-plus lister, and she is messed up because of it. And this is allegedly Brandy Norwood having a decade-long affair with Jay-Z. In February of 2021, the permanent A+/A-list singer, who also likes to act, doesn't get along with the parental unit, hates them. So why does our singer pay a monthly sum to a former member of her group not to publish a book? Our singer would tell you it is to protect the parental unit from horrible things about him coming out. Nope, it is to protect our singer, because then everyone will know all of the secrets that she has hidden for so many years. And that parental unit is her father, Matthew Knowles. And in a previous video, I read a blind item about a former Destiny's Child member writing a tell-all book. And now we know why that book never came out, because she is being paid a monthly sum to keep quiet. In March of 2021, this A-list rapper who is trying to do damage control beyond belief this week has his PR people regurgitating old tea about the one-name permanent A-list singer who's solo and in a group. Old interviews from people who knew and worked for the singer, where they say things like the singer sacrificed cats and performed other occult rituals. And this is allegedly Lil Nas X. After not moving much, if any, of her line with the shoe company, all of a sudden it sold out in every country that sells it. So what happened? Well, the one-named permanent A-list singer was upset that the former A-plus list rapper did sell out his stuff, so she told the shoe company to list hers as all sold out. They did, but because it is sold through other outlets, all of them had plenty of stock, so it just made the singer look ridiculous. And this is allegedly about Beyonce and her line with Adidas Ivy Park. I am all for a good conspiracy theory, but to say this rodent-starring conglomerate has not promoted this A-list singer's project is nuts. They bought and paid for the Grammy and Emmy nominations and had a network special for the project. And that is allegedly Disney with Black is King. This former bodyguard for this one-named permanent A-list singer didn't sign an NDA. It was just overlooked when he started, and he worked for the singer and her equally high-on-the-list husband for almost 3 years. He wants to write a book. He actually already wrote it. He names a bunch of names and has proof for everything, including the mysterious passing of a woman that was never pinned on the husband. He also talks about the wife's affair with a former bodyguard. How much is all of that worth? The couple has offered him $2 million. This one is long, but it's wild. This one's called The Company. Several years ago, I wrote and revealed a blind item about the investments of this permanent A-list rapper and his permanent A-list wife, Jay-Z and Beyonce. The investments were bizarre and unethical, but at the time very much legal. When they became illegal, they got out. At the same time they got out of those, they were invited by the pro sports owner, Robert Kraft, to invest in a private equity firm based in Europe. The owner served on the board with the CEO of the firm. He stated that there were other celebrity investors, including this foreign-born A-list singer from an A-list group, but also this A-list singer from one of the most iconic groups of all time, Jon Bon Jovi. Although this private equity firm invests in banal stuff, they have made it one of their specialties to invest in medical product companies. That sounds super boring too until you dig a little deeper. One of the companies they bought, which was based in the same state as the sports owner, had a different name a decade ago when they were busted for selling human tissue and body parts without the proper permits. The company used brokers who paid cash for body parts and then sold them to the medical product companies who used them in millions of different products. From October of 2021, I wonder if the one-named permanent A-list singer knows that the husband pays the sister-in-law 7 figures a year to stay quiet about what she knows. And that is allegedly Solange Knowles. This one's from November of 2021. Dear one named permanent A-list singer, solo and in a group. Many people look to you as a role model, so it is really upsetting when you decide to publicly wish a happy birthday to an accused assaulter / serial beater of women / kidnapper of women who restrained one woman against her will and relieved himself on her. Please do better. And that is allegedly Beyonce wishing Trey Songz a happy birthday. Today, once again, proved that without her husband cooking the books, this one named A-list singer has less than stellar sales and downloads. And that is after Beyonce released her new song, Be Alive. From December of 2021, not only has this one named A-list singer continued to support a serial schmexual predator, but also has hooked up with him since her marriage. And that is allegedly Trey Songz. In December of 2021, it is true that this one named permanent A-list singer never does solo holiday songs. The reason is she doesn't celebrate Christmas. In January of 2022, with this A-list singer accused of yet another schmexual assault, you would think that the A+ list one named singer would finally call him out or put some distance between herself and the singer, but she hasn't and she won't. He must have something big on her. And this is allegedly Trey Songz, who in the last video I read a blind item that the two of them allegedly hooked up. In February of 2022, the A-list singer had a New York Fashion Week get-together, and front and center was the singer / serial rapist who seemingly can do no wrong in the eyes of the singer. And again, this is allegedly Trey Songz. The permanent A-list rapper and his A-list wife didn't arrive or depart the Super Bowl together and were just cordial to each other at the game. In March of 2022, this one named permanent A-list singer was a no-show for the family time at a very family-friendly place. I guess it was Dad's time for visitation. And this is allegedly when Jay-Z took Blue Ivy to Disneyland, and Beyonce was a no-show. The permanent A-list rapper has decided to take a personal interest in the new single of this former 1/5. Apparently, he spent some time mentoring her one-on-one and thinks she has a bright future. It probably explains why his wife has been so standoffish in public towards him as of late. And this is allegedly Normani from Fifth Harmony. In April of 2022, this three-named singer / rapper, Megan Thee Stallion, is being trashed online by every man in the rap industry because they want her to drop the charges against a rapper, Tory Lanez, who hurt her. It is awful what they are doing to her. Meanwhile, she is looking for protection from the married permanent A-list rapper, Jay-Z, and that usually means sleeping with him and then having his wife permanently mad at you. In August of 2022, wait until the flowering financial institution tells the permanent A-list one-named singer that she once slept with the singer's husband. And that is allegedly Azalea Banks. In September of 2022, this permanent A-list singer was not happy to be joined at her birthday celebration by members of the reality family. She was especially ticked off that they hired Paps to get photos of everyone leaving the party. And that is allegedly Kim and Khloe Kardashian showing up at Beyonce's birthday party. We are in December of 2022. I don't know why anyone is shocked that the permanent one-named A-list singer is performing for such an awful person. It is not the first time she has done so. She made a history of it, and if someone is willing to pay you nearly $500K per minute, those morals turn into a very gray area. And this is allegedly Beyonce's concert in Dubai. In January of 2023, the permanent one-named A-list singer took all of the coins and then made sure she didn't sing any song that could possibly offend the powers that had paid for her. And that is also allegedly Beyonce and her concert in Dubai. In February of 2023, this one's from the Grammy Awards, this A+ list singer wasn't going to show up until they assured her she would win the big award. The producers are just rigging it anyway at this point so they can get people to watch. And that is Beyonce, who apparently got stuck in traffic on her way to the Grammy Awards. In March of 2023, this permanent A-list singer hates paparazzi. She has carefully managed the days and times she will allow herself to be photographed. She has all of them marked down on a calendar. When a pap tries to take her photo in the wild, he was beaten. When he said he was going to sue, he was beaten again. He got the message. Other paps have long since got the message. This permanent one-named A-list rapper was brought in to do some work with this permanent one-named A-list singer. One thing led to another, and they started hooking up. He now brags about it. She likes to pretend she was a virgin until she met her husband. And this is allegedly Beyonce and Eminem. In May of 2023, there is some doubt whether the announced massive home purchase by the A-list couple is actually going to happen. And that is allegedly Jay-Z and Beyonce paying cash for a $200 million Malibu estate. At first, I thought this permanent A-list rapper was just trying to be nice and was on tour with his A-list wife because of it. Apparently, it is to hide from multiple process servers over a variety of lawsuits. Just because the significant other of the momager is friends with the permanent A-list rapper, it doesn't mean the wife of the rapper wants anything to do with the family. And that is allegedly Corey Gamble and Kris Jenner and the Kardashians. We are in June of 2023. This A-list serial schmexual assaulter / rapist / woman beater, not named Chris Brown, is being called out yet again for another schmexual assault. Meanwhile, this permanent one named A-lister wants him to open for her on some dates on her tour. At this point, the rumors that they may have hooked up seem more likely, considering how much she does to enable him. And this is allegedly, again, Trey Songz. From July of 2023, this A-list music couple are making nearly 6 figures a day between their surrogate farm and adoption center. This one-named permanent A-list singer was this close to working with a viral photographer and inviting him to shoot her on tour. That was until he had several people accuse him of schmexual assault. After what happened with her producer, she couldn't risk being linked to another alleged predator, so he was dropped even before he was contacted. He'll never know until now. And finally, in July of 2023, speaking of lying to fans, this one-named permanent A-list singer decided she wanted a day off, so she canceled a previously scheduled tour. And that is allegedly when Beyonce canceled her Renaissance tour stop in Pittsburgh. This one is longer, so I will read the names as I go. Dear permanent A-list one-named singer, Beyonce, congrats on a very successful tour. I really liked the low bodysuit you wore on tour and had commissioned by them for you to wear. Perhaps next time you could instead order it from the person and company you pulled the sample from and then showed to Low. Perhaps it would have been better to help the struggling small designer who came up with the design in the first place, you know, lifting people up. You have never done that, though. It is why the sister duo, Halle and Chloe Bailey, have never gotten to succeed, and it is why you have kept the former 1/5 from releasing an album, and that is Normani. Love and Bacon, Enty. And here is a related blind item from February of 2019. This B+ list singing duo said that when the younger one turned 18, that the permanent A+ list rapper stopped wanting to sleep with her all the time. And this is allegedly Chloe and Halle Bailey and Jay-Z. And here is another related blind item from March of 2022. The permanent A-list rapper has decided to take a personal interest in the new single of this former 1/5. Apparently he got some time mentoring her one-on-one and thinks she has a bright future. It probably explains why his wife has been so standoffish in public towards him as of late. And this is allegedly Jay-Z, Normani, and Beyonce. After several hiccups, this permanent A-list singer said there would be drug tests, including Mary Jane, for her dancers and crew while on tour. Notice she didn't say that for herself, she would fail. And this is allegedly Beyonce. And the related headline reads, Beyonce is banning drugs and alcohol on her upcoming tour. What's a tour without drugs and alcohol? People who work for Beyonce are about to find out. While she hasn't even announced any Renaissance tour dates yet, the not always reliable British tabloids say she's keeping everyone on a tight leash. Drugs and alcohol will be strictly banned not only during the tour, but also during rehearsals. She is also doing Me Too checks on dancers, band, and crew members. A source says, quote, B knows the new performances will require intense choreography and precision, so everyone has to be clean and sober. There won't be any crazy partying on the road either. She's also providing the crew with mental health resources because, quote, she knows people are happiest when they know their well-being is fulfilled. This one named permanent A-list singer who has acted and would love an Oscar is not letting her husband travel with her right now because she is hooking up with one of her bodyguards. And this is allegedly Beyonce and Jay-Z, and the bodyguard is allegedly James Plaza. And the related headline reads, Beyonce's bodyguard James Plaza is going viral as fans swoon over his shirtless selfies. The member of Queen Bee's security detail went viral after he was captured during the Maryland stop of her Renaissance tour. All eyes may be on Beyonce during the Renaissance World Tour, but some eagle-eyed fans are giving a member of her security detail a second glance. And no, it's not her longtime head of security, Julius. The Beehive is liking what they see with a member of the singer's current security detail. On Sunday, during the tour stop at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, a concertgoer captured video of one of the security guards standing on the side of the stage in a sleek suit, reacting to the crowd successfully going on mute during Beyonce's performance of Energy. The security looks so impressed with that mute, a Twitter user wrote. In the clip, Beyonce performs Energy and in what has become one of the most viral moments of the tour, sings the line, big wave in the room, the crowd gonna move, look around, everybody on mute. As the crowd goes silent, the security detail gives a little smirk of approval. Fans instantly took to the comments to react on how good-looking the smiling security officer was. Following the viral clip, the internet did some investigating and located his social media. According to his Instagram, James Plaza is a professional bodybuilder who loves to show off his progress. This one is long, so I will include the names as I go. One song came out in 2003, Crazy in Love. The other, 2005, One Thing. So how could this permanent A-list singer, Beyonce, steal another singer, Amerie's, sound if her single came out before? Ask the label, Columbia, they were both signed to. The original song was being shopped to other artists behind the scenes around the same time the A-lister was looking for songs. She liked it and had the same producer, Rich Harrison, make the hit inspired by it. The singer she stole from was only allowed to release her song 2 years later, even though it was older than the love song. And again, this is allegedly Crazy in Love by Beyonce, One Thing by Amerie, Columbia Records, and Rich Harrison. And if you've been keeping up with the blind items for a while, you'll know that Beyonce has never been a fan of the Kardashians. This blind item reads, speaking of celebrity children, this one named permanent A-list singer was upset at her mother for bringing the singer's child to the Christmas party of the reality family she hates. And again, this is allegedly Tina Knowles, Beyonce, and the Kardashian-Jenner Christmas party. And the related headline reads, inside the Kardashian-Jenner Christmas Eve party, Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton sled in fake snow while guests are treated with special performance by Babyface at annual event, which was sponsored by Coca-Cola. The annual Kardashian-Jenner Christmas Eve bash is often the most lavish celebrity-filled event of the holiday season, and this year's edition certainly lived up to the hype. This one is long, so I'll reveal the names as I go. They say she has bad breath. How could such a random rumor about this A-list singer, Beyonce, spread so fast in the early 2000s? Try the immature singer, Marcus Houston, and his manager, Chris Stokes, who started that rumor and many other rumors to spite her when her dad, Matthew Knowles, confronted them about the little boys in Atlanta. That's why his band, IMX, stopped appearing in her band's videos. Don't take our word for it, ask her dad. And again, this is allegedly Beyonce, Marcus Houston, Chris Stokes, and Matthew Knowles. And that's it. Those are all of the blind items about Beyonce from the last 10 years, spanning from 2013 to 2023. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.